Guys, I finally did the thing and I have deleted my Instagram account. And I have been on Instagram pretty much since 10 years. I started Instagram when I was in 11th standard, I think. So that was 2014. And today it is 2026. So it has been 12 years that I have been on Instagram. And lately I have been feeling quite off about it. And the reason why I did it because I felt like I was losing control over my time. And it was like I completely lost control of how my day was spent and how my energy is going to be spent. I honestly felt like my energy is completely out of my own control, and I noticed that my brain is getting brain rot. Like, I could not focus on one thing for more than 2 minutes. I would constantly feel the urge to check my phone every 2 minutes, and I think it was getting quite problematic for me. So it has been a week now since I've deleted my Instagram, and I've had some time to reflect over this decision and the effect that it's had on me. And the verdict is that I literally feel like a kid again. I genuinely feel like I am in touch with the same girl who would spend hours reading a book or writing novels, and I would literally create art without having the fear of judgment or just in the flow. And I had control over my time, over my day, and I was genuinely motivated towards life. And I felt this impending doom in my heart, and I felt so demotivated about life in general. I was not motivated to work, to even focus on my videos, and I have been feeling quite pessimistic. So I had to take this bold step to delete my Instagram, and I have never felt happier and freer. So I have to say the initial 2 days were the most difficult because I felt this resistance, and I had developed this habit of checking my phone every 2 minutes to see if someone has sent me a message or if to see what my friends are up to. So the first 2 days I felt like I was missing out, and honestly it doesn't make sense because I only have a bunch of friends, and I think those friends are people who I am in touch with even on WhatsApp, or I can connect with them on call. So I think the main culprit here was the brainless doom scrolling that I would do for hours. My screen time had reached 10 hours per day, so it had become a genuine problem for me. And now that it's been a week that I am off Instagram, I feel so free. And it's the first time in such a long time that I feel like I have so much to do. And the first realization that I have is that life is actually quite simple if you remove all that noise from your daily life. I had finally time to go to parks, I was taking long walks, and I finally started reading the book that had been on my to-do list since a long time, and that is The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky. And I have already finished 20 chapters in 2 days. And during the past 2 years, I have noticed that I wasn't able to finish even just 2 pages without feeling the need to check my phone. And the fact that I'm feeling that I am back to my original self, the child version of me that was so free and that had control over her entire day. So that is such a freeing and liberating feeling. I can't even express how happy I feel about this decision that I've made. And I'm so motivated now towards life in general. I have already started writing because obviously I'm a content writer, and I felt that I had been slacking and I don't feel that urge to write anymore. I started writing again, I started reading again, I have been creating videos again. I feel so much motivated towards life, and I have also spent the rest of my time, connecting with my family. I have been calling my long-term friends and, spending time with them, going on walks, meeting friends, scheduling, and even going to protest. So that was something that I really enjoy. A lot of us are lost in this game of social media of what's that person doing, what's that person doing, that we almost are so disconnected with our own self. And I think in this game of being connected with everyone, we're losing touch with our own selves and losing touch with that inner child that yearns to be loved and to be reconnected with again. Honestly, the only time I feel the need to use my phone is these filler times where, maybe when I'm staying in the metro, or maybe when I am out and about, between these periods of doing activities. That filler time is when I feel the need to, just check my phone. So I have been literally scrolling on my photos and on my old chats just to, fill that boredom. But I think I realized that being bored is not that bad. In those periods of boredom, you get to think, you get to reflect, and during those times, I have started to write something or just to read maybe a Substack, or just a chapter from the book that I'm reading. So you have to be intentional about making this move. One rule that I have made is that I consider YouTube not as a social media platform, in the sense that I think long form videos can really enrich your mind. So I have abstained myself from using shorts, but I do consume long form videos because I think those are more intentional and you get to choose what you're watching. And I think after 2 or 3 videos, you tend to satisfy that feeling of, just entertainment. So I think I am watching YouTube videos, but I have completely cut off short form content such as shorts and reels, etc. Instagram is completely deactivated. And during this 1 week, I feel like I don't want to go back to Instagram again, which is such a big thing because I have been this Insta girl, this Insta baddie, and I have been posting regularly since literally 10, 12 years. So this is the first time in a long time that I have been disconnected as such from my peers and just being with myself and connecting with myself. And this feeling of being like a kid again is just so, I don't know, I don't have the words for it. It's such a beautiful feeling, and I want all of you to feel that feeling. So I think you can just start small by just avoiding Instagram for, let's say, 24 hours, 48 hours. So I have a lot of time now to do things that could actually help me in life, and not just giving my life away to people, to these companies, to random content creators. And even if you actively try not to compare yourself to other people, I think it just happens naturally when you see your own peers maybe doing better than you, maybe going to these exotic locations or getting married, etc., and you think that you're behind. It's important to start small by just not comparing yourself, by deleting your Instagram account, and you will feel like your life is so simple again. You feel like it's 2015 again. You've got all the time in the world, and you've got control over your life, over your time, over your senses, and you will feel this brain rot completely being removed from your life. And I feel like my same smart and intelligent self again. I had been feeling so dumb because I feel like I was lacking any critical thought, because I feel like constant information being fed from different people was preventing me from thinking for my own self. And deleting Instagram just helped me get back with myself. And I think I have been rambling and going to the same point, but I cannot recommend this step enough, and I highly recommend that you do it if you want to feel like a kid again. And I think that's it for the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye.